you sort of put that all together. The two teams are playing each other. We're running the same plays. We're calling out each plays to each other. It was a just workout in some ways of just both of us just let's play against somebody else and let's wait to the film and try and get better. And that's what we learned. I tried to get a lot of guys some even minutes and see how they reacted. I saw some really good things. We still have several young men still that what I'm saying is they're close, but they're processing a little bit slower and they can't make a quick read on something. And we got to drill that in and drill that in. Some of them it's so easy, and some of them it takes more time. So I loved our defensive numbers at halftime. I hated our offensive numbers. Second half, it's flipped us. The offenses for both teams were much better because the defense probably wasn't. So we'll learn the video today. I mean, I am so excited more excited than anybody in this room to get up at about 6 a.m. and watch a whole bunch of video tomorrow so that I can be ready for our 12 o'clock video session because we got to get better.
So the microphones are on the sides as usual. Bridget's over here, Caroline's over here. Chris, why don't you start us off?
A couple things. Did you get a lot of the looks that you wanted in the first half?
Yeah,
Shots just weren't falling?
3 for 15 was, and we had like 5 like wide open, but we didn't get them. But that's going to happen sometimes. That's why it's important we find other ways to score, that we throw the ball in the post, that we drive the ball better. So we are, it's going to be challenging when Zach Irving gets out there. Now that's a whole other component for us we got to put together, but we have to be able, guy in foul trouble, we have to be able to score in other ways than Karras and Derek. And I love the way Duncan played today. Defensively, he played all zone at Williams, so he's just learning to play man-to-man defense really well. But I like what he gave us offensively.
And then Patrick told us twice to ask you about timeouts when he got the better of you, and when he left the room, he said...
Oh, did he score out of the timeouts? I didn't look at that. I'm sure that he'll remember that. This stuff will probably not happen again, so he'll probably better remember it.
Steve?
John, Patrick said that the handshake at the beginning of the game was kind of a special moment. Can you recall that for us?
Yeah, it was funny. I asked the question to my staff. What is appropriate when you're playing against your son? Is it a hug or is it a handshake? Early, because I didn't think that there's not, I should have asked, Jim Harbaugh actually texted me today and said, enjoy the moment. And I said, I know this is your territory here. But I should have asked him, so what do you do before? Is it a hit? Is it a handshake or a hug? I think I should have get both, but it was a little different. But I just tried to talk about, they were missing a really good player too, and then their number 3 there had a great game.
And then during the game, just looking down there and seeing him, did you have a moment like that?
No, I had no moments like that. I was trying to get my team to play better. It happened with him. I was trying to get my team to play better. So that's that's going to be an issue for me forever. Kathleen could have been on the other bench. I would have been trying to get my team to play better.
Noah?
John, I guess the first game out there with the shorter shot clock, how'd you think you guys?
Yeah, there was a couple times I really noticed it. That wow, we got to get something going. I think there's times in our offense that we'll take an extra dribble, we'll take an extra minute to set up that we can't do. I think we got to shorten down that dead time so that we can really get into things quicker and then read it and cut better. But we're still working on that comfort of having that 30 seconds, so 35 seconds. But I think we got rushed a couple of times.
Karras said, I guess you guys have practiced at times with 25 seconds.
Yeah, we did that earlier in the year. We stopped doing that in the last couple of weeks. We might have to go back to that. Because there's 3 seconds sometimes that it takes us to get into something that we had the luxury to do before we don't have it. We got to pop that ball and move and drive it.
Swing over to Brendan.
I'm sure this will be kind of a theme in early games, but all these different lineups and rotations that you can put together, all these different pieces. Where are you on that right now? Is it just fully kind of just testing waters?
Yeah, exploring and trying to figure it out. I mean, really, what are we going to do over that right? When hopefully Zach's going to be back real soon. What are we going to do when Zach comes back? That's what we said today. DJ and Cam are going to split those 40 over there, right? And then we're going to make sure Mo got in there. And then we're going to split the other side. But what we do have, as you may have noticed today, if you get lost in a defensive assignment, you get a blow by, take a seat. We have that luxury that we haven't had before.
Are there times where you like going into a practice or an instance like tonight where I wanna see those two on the floor together and see how they play off each other? How does that work?
Yeah,
When you have that many guys?
we're trying to figure that out right now, what groups, like yesterday, we had 9 groups together, and I tried to manipulate the lineup a little bit to see what I wanted to see. But this is a puzzle right now, and while I'm not puzzled, I'm extremely interested in what we do. But there's a lot of pieces of this puzzle we still gotta figure out.